independent study, etc., of Nassau County Commissioners' consideration of resolution in support to form the American Beach Redevelopment District, ABRD. Board of County Commissioners agenda, July 16, 2001. First, the posted statement topic of agenda, July 16, 2001, indicates this is not the beginning of a process, save it indicates the already finding of necessity, which is step 1, a study of the proposed CRA, i.e. Community Redevelopment Area, which the Nassau County Commissioners use in their language as Redevelopment District, ABRD, must be undertaken to document that the necessary conditions, i.e. slums, blight, and or shortage of available housing, are present to meet the state requirements for establishing a CRA. The statutory definition of slum. Note: American Beach does not fit this definition. Please study the wording of the Commissioners. Tab A. Consideration of resolution in support to form the American Beach Redevelopment District, saying they are in support and have already deemed American Beach a slum area, etc. They did pass the resolution July 16, 2001. Who made the study? And did the public see and review such study? This meeting should have been to form a CRA, i.e. Community Redevelopment Agency, i.e. group. Please note, resolution should be recalled until such time there is adequate minority representation on the board or in the seats of county commissioners. The panel or committee has shown bias, as there were 2 visible people pro-resolution from the floor, i.e. the 2 presenters of the proposal, and from the floor they were clearly outnumbered. The commissioners acted as neutrals, but their actions and wording of the agenda title revealed otherwise. The area in consideration need to be studied. Where are the findings of necessity? Has the city attorney been directed to prepare such findings? Where are the CRA boundaries, i.e. Community Redevelopment Area? Was an ordinance prepared for first reading establishing the Community Redevelopment Agency, which implements the Community Redevelopment Plan and governs the activities within the CRA, i.e. Community Redevelopment Area? In 1969, the state of Florida enacted the Community Redevelopment Act to assist counties and municipalities in their redevelopment effort of slum and blighted areas, where there is a shortage of affordable housing to residents of low and moderate income or a combination thereof. That's FS 163-340-11. Under the law, a local government may establish a community redevelopment area where such conditions are found to be present. The intent of agenda request: this is a job of the city to establish and inform the county. Public notice of their intent to establish a CRA by registered mail at least 15 days prior to official action of the City Commission. Has American Beach been established as a community redevelopment area? If so, by whom? Why was the idea presented by two members of the public, which Tony Brown indicated he had over $1 million invested in this endeavor? What is the intent of the American Beach Community Development Corporation? What's their relation to CRA and POA? Are they not all one and the same? Standards and requirements. The CRA implementation process. There are 4 basic steps to be taken to establish a CRA. These steps are listed below. Has these steps been investigated? 1. Finding of necessity. A study of the proposed CRA target area must be undertaken to document that the necessary conditions, slums, blight, and or shortage of affordable housing are present to meet the state requirements for establishing a CRA. The statutory definition of slum. Note, American Beach does not fit that definition. Note, the enacting local government must adopt a findings of necessity resolution, finding that slums, blight, and or lack of affordable housing exists within the target area. American Beach is a family residential area. There is adequate parking here. There is adequate traffic flow and no faulty lot layouts. We see American Beach does not fit these criteria for a CRA, i.e. Community Redevelopment Area. There should be no action taken, for there can be no approved boundaries based on a CRA study and authorize city attorney to prepare findings of necessity resolution to be brought back for official approval. 2. The local government must create a community redevelopment agency having 5 to 7 members. The Act Local Government Board may itself serve as the agency or may appoint members to the agency or both. Note, has there been prepared by city attorney to prepare ordinance language to establish community redevelopment agency composed of the city commission and 2 county commissioners to be brought back for official approval? 3. Creation of a community redevelopment plan. A comprehensive redevelopment plan must be created for the CRA area. This plan will serve as a guiding tool for the redevelopment of the CRA, and all expenditure of tax increments funds must be tied to the implementation of the plan. The redevelopment plan must conform to the comprehensive plan. The Community Redevelopment Agency must submit the plan to local planning agency for review of conformity with the comprehensive plan and recommendations. The enacting local government must hold a public hearing and formally approve the redevelopment plan. 4. Upon adoption of the redevelopment plan, the enacting local government must adopt an ordinance to create the redevelopment trust fund. All tax increment funds and revenue generated by the CRA must be retained within the trust fund. Upon creation of the fund, the property tax roll is certified for the purpose of establishing the property tax base. Once the base is established, all growth in the base is retained by the CRA. This implements a grave danger. The Community Redevelopment Agency has broad powers under the Community Redevelopment Act to carry out and effectuate implementation of the plan. The agency administrators all expenditures of tax increment funds and ensures that all expenditures are tied to the implementations of the plan. The Community Redevelopment Agency may use eminent domain for economic development purposes, must be approved by the City Commission, and acts in the role of the developers in controlling the pace and type of development that occurs within the CRA and in acting design and development. We have made it plain to see here that the CRA or CRA is not good or needed on African American Beach. Let us face one last issue here. Many African Americans say American Beach should be developed because of a mindset that white is right. We sit between two seemingly great symbols of wealth and progress, and we feel ashamed and even envy Amelia Island plantation, and want to live as they do, when they as devil divide and disrupt what our history has blessed us with. We can make the few spots we have be presentable to us. The fact is that we here on African American beach are on another level. Personally, this beach is my religion, and I have the right under Chapter 761 of the Florida Statutes to religious freedom. The air is clean here near the ocean. The Great Dune relates metaphysically to the Holy Quran, the moon, and the ocean. I use the dune for meditation. I have had my ancestral altar constructed here, and my children have been born here. For over 6 years, where else in the world can a poor man live near the ocean and afford it? The study which was did to prove American Beach to be blighted area is unjustified and biased personal interest due to investments, i.e., if this resolution is not passed, the main investors will not profit as they wish. Certain buildings were targeted as blighted. They went in to neighborhoods to find 1 or 2 buildings which could be fixed up by the owners. The people of the study had to find fault. American Beach is not a slum area, etc. Judge Adams is used to push this issue as a lawyer, as a businessman with ties even into the White House, and a few businessmen who are greedy for money are selling out to Tony Brown, and Tony Brown does not have the interest of the history at heart. It is only a personal interest. This presents a grave danger to the future of American Beach. For Judge Adams to say it is morally wrong to try and keep American Beach black is an indication this man is a fool. He is not for his own race. He, as Tony Brown, has sold their souls. The basic summary of what I reveal here is the public was not informed of the actions of Tony Brown and Uncle Tom Judge Adams. I concur with the words of Mr. Larry Solomon, i.e. his research. I suggest all such works come together in one study, uniting wisdom as con CRA. Judge say we don't have the money to do anything with, so we have been going to the city. I say we have the means to do for self. We think this is the only way we can get the funds to do it. These are the foolish words of Judge Adams at this meeting, July 16, 2001. Judge Adams said, we got to do a study of necessity. Tony Brown has already rode around and picked certain run-down buildings now. You studied this. Tell me what is going on here. How was a resolution passed without a study? So they say this meeting was to ask for funds to do the study. My input is that it was for the city to bring this issue to the front. As Larry Solomon says, it's more to this all than meets the eye. I hope I have caused you to think. As we see now in the future, there is nothing that has been redeveloped here. All they did, the people sold out and more rich people moved in, and they built a community center, supposedly a museum, and there was nothing else done. So this was the threshold legal issue. Issue is whether the designated planned area is predominantly urbanized and blighted. If the selected area is not, the agency lacks jurisdiction to act. We must note that our local government has a strong financial incentive to pursue redevelopment. There was no redevelopment. As of 2011, American Beach has not been redeveloped. There's been a lot of white people moved in here, and they parade up and around every day smiling and being phony. It has not been redeveloped. There was just this book published and laid open where the people could see what they could come in here and buy. Peace. You are now in tune. On the one, the force itself. At this time, we call the Master Blaster jamming. This has been an Underground News Network expose.